Hey guys, welcome to New Zealand's biggest gap year, an epic challenge that my partner Laura and I decided to tackle a couple of years ago. 365 days, 365 activities all around New Zealand. Today we are checking out one of the world's largest limestone caves, and it's the Oparara Arches.
This morning we are getting well and truly off the beaten track as we head towards Karamea National Park. The guys at Rongo Backpackers in Karamea have advised that we borrow their car to get there rather than taking a giant camper van, and we're about to see exactly why.
It's on board the Rongo Mobile, and it's cutely named, that we are entering the Karamea National Park. The road is unsealed and very windy. It's also a one-way road, so basically if we encounter any other vehicle we are kind of stuck if we had our big camper van, but because we have the Rongo Mobile we can just park it in a ditch and it works. We arrive in the parking and there is a couple of other cars, but there is also heaps of wekas, which are this very cheeky bird very well known for stealing the food from tourists. So we are guarding fiercely our food while eating, because feeding the wildlife is not advised. And in no time we are on our way to the first site that we want to check out. The Oparara Basin encompasses a lot of different geological features which are definitely worth seeing. So we are heading toward the crazy pavings, which are basically a clay, mud, dried flooring, which is looking really awesome. It's only a few steps inside the cave and it's absolutely unusual.
The reason why these caves are called the crazy paving caves becomes apparent straight away when we see all this dried, curled up, clay type mud on the floor looking like a pavement. As we move further into the caves, it gets darker and narrower. We have to crouch down to make our way through, and then we come out the other side and get ready to go into the next cave, which is the Big Box Cave.
Box Cave has a massive entrance. It's a stairway that goes down about 2 to 3 stories, and as soon as we're inside the cave we can definitely feel the sheer size and the immense scale of the cave, but we can't really see all of it due to the fact that our torchlights are quite dim. We get to explore a little bit the cave around and even get inside some nooks and cracks.
We are in the Box Cave in the Karamea National Park.
It's a really eerie feel to the caves, and there's all these little side rooms with rock formations, stalactites and stalagmites and little pools of water. It sort of reminds us of when we went to the Waitomo caves, but without anyone else being here.
But those caves are just a small side attraction to what is the main draw card for the Oparara Basin, which is the Oparara Arch. So we are heading in a complete different track on the opposite side of the road that we used to come here, and the track goes through huge, thick, dense bush and heaps of little waterfall, making it a dream for photographers like us. We stopped every 10 minutes to take pictures. It's crazy how good looking this area is. You will also notice that the water is a very different color than what you've seen on our previous videos. It's because there's been a lot of rain lately, creating landslip that just basically dirty a bit the water. It's nothing about chemicals or stuff like that, and usually the water is crystal clear here.
This walk is about 25 minutes to the main event, but there's lots of reasons to stop along the way, like this beautiful beach along the riverside, and we also like walking really slowly through this beautiful Rimu and Kakatea forest, which is towering above us right now. We are on the lookout for these arches, which should really be unmissable considering they are 200 meters long, 49 meters wide and 37 meters high. How can we miss this thing? But eventually we do see the Oparara Arch and it absolutely takes our breath away. We can't show you on film just how huge this place is, it just doesn't do it justice, but this arch is incredibly big.
The other striking fact of the arches is the fact that there are stunning limestone formation all around the arch, and almost every single wall of the arch looks different. Some of them are stripes, some of them are stalactite. It's just crazy. So we spent over 15 minutes down there taking pictures and filming it, and then we head on our way because the drive from Karamea to the Arches is about an hour and a half, and we want to be back at the hostel on time because tonight it's food night.
We can't believe how many different features we've seen and not really had to walk too far to see them all. That's like 3 different caves or arches, beautiful forest. We feel so lucky that we've got to see this today.
On the way back, the main topic of discussion between Laura and I is the fact that almost nobody goes to the Oparara Basin, and we do not understand how it's not more popular. But back at the hostel, tonight is potluck dinner, and like we did in Golden Bay, it's about everybody making one different dish and just sharing it all together. So we are eating all night long with our fellow backpackers, sharing travel stories from all around the world.
The reason why I'm putting a tissue over my headlamp right here is because we forgot the diffuser, and believe it or not, a paper tissue is the perfect diffuser. So hey y'all, backpacker trick number 20,203 that I'm giving you today. Alright guys, so as promised, we're going to go over some of the comments that we received the first time we published the video. We do that at the end of every single one of those episodes. But before, I want to talk to you about NZPocketGuide.com. It's New Zealand's largest travel guide, and it's free for you to use. It's basically the largest amount of information that you would be able to find to plan your trip to New Zealand. We made sure to include so many different activities, including the Oparara Arches. I really don't get why it's not more popular. I know I said that during the video, but still just don't get it, even 2 years later. Also, I just want to mention that potluck dinners are the best. I really love being able to meet people from all across the world in these tiny islands of New Zealand. Alright, so let's go over some of the comments we received. First up, we had Why in a World that says that Karamea is one of the few places in the South Island that he hasn't been to yet. This video would be handy when I make the time to get there, possibly next year. That's pretty awesome. We're really happy that we kind of enticed you to go all the way to Karamea. If you guys don't know, Why in the World is actually a YouTuber that lives in the Christchurch area, which is in the South Island of New Zealand. So you see, even the locals don't go all the way to Karamea and to the Oparara Arches. That's such a shame. It's such an amazing place of New Zealand. And we also had Sunshine and a bunch of numbers before the nickname that says no more your arch ? And you say we went there before, so we focused on the easiest walk this time. So you know, we already went there when we did travel before with Laura. That's not our first round around New Zealand, but you know, this time we just want to make sure that, you know, it's something that is kind of easy for people to actually check out quite easily. But yes, the Moria Arches are in the area and are phenomenal as well to visit. But I feel like the trade-off is like, so it's a bit harder to reach, so I feel like the trade-off for something easier to see and the Oparara Arches in the Oparara Basin is really phenomenal. Anyway, that's the kind of discussion that we usually have during our Sunday live session. It's happening every Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time on that couch over there. We are live on YouTube for 1 hour. We answer all your questions about traveling New Zealand. All you've got to do is to show up and type in the live chat your questions, and we answer them for you. If you want to do that, make sure to hit like and subscribe so YouTube tells you when that happens. But, you know, otherwise just, you know, check out when it's 8 AM Sunday New Zealand time, and, you know, in your side of the world, and join in. In the meantime, you guys stay awesome. Thank you very much for watching this video. We love you. You love us. Everybody love each other. See you next time. Bye bye.